And yet, they are providing the main advice to government, to Parliament, to the executive, to ministers, to chiefs of staff. It's a very simple proposition that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are calling for. And that proposition is, let us be the ones providing the advice to Parliament and executive. Aboriginal people are the most credentialed people in terms of understanding the lived experience and the needs of remote communities. We hear mainstream East Coast, they're preoccupied with the cost of living and not with the voice of Parliament. While remote communities, housing, that's in need of urgent repair, overcrowded housing, lack of safe drinking water for communities, the cost of food in remote communities, roads that need maintenance, clinics that are unstaffed, police stations that are unstaffed. You talk about remote communities, the voice to Parliament is one way to achieve better outcomes. Now, we also hear that land councils, you have a voice already. You already have a powerful voice. Well, I'm in policy, I deal with policy. And I tell you, it is very difficult to get changes to policy that are causing harm in those communities. It's extremely difficult. Whether you're talking to...
Could you please give me your name again?
Yeah, hang on a minute, I'll get that. My name is Patricia Perlula Ansel Dodds.
Hi Patricia, I'm Mary Jane, and we've had a discussion already, but could you tell me why do you support the yes vote in the Voice?
The yes vote is really important to Aboriginal people. It gives us the opportunity to go forward, not backward. To have the chance to talk to government about what's really happening in our communities. We don't want to be dictated to, we want to tell our stories of the problems we are having.
Okay, now could you just repeat to me what happened during the intervention?
The intervention was the worst thing that they've done to us. The government closed down 73 communities because one community had a complaint over a report that was done. And that community, and the government closed down 73. And that a lot of these people have to come into town. They lost all their funding for their community, for their schools, and how they run their community, their councils. And now, what they're saying is, I feel we need to tell them they can't keep doing this, it's racism. We are the first people of this country and we should be recognised as such. And we are the only place in the world, country in the world that don't have their support or their acknowledgement that we were here first. And to me, that's racism.
Yes, and you told me that with the close down of these communities, that there's no schools, that there's no health facilities, so the people in those communities have had to come into the city.
As they come into towns in the Northern Territory.
And it's a loss of their language and their culture.
Not so much, but it's a loss of their own homeland. We still talk our languages and know our culture. But the fact is, that's their homeland. That's where they come from. And they need to go back home in their country, because their children are running back in towns. Now, they're blaming Aboriginal people for it. They're going to blame themselves, the government. The government in the past have done this to us. It's not the people. So we want to move forward to tell them what we need in this country, the support of government. And that's through all of us, all the nations around Australia.
Hey, look, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me and help me understand, because what I've read, it hasn't been explained in real terms. Thank you, Patricia.